Hello and welcome all, myself Winbash. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the third lecture of our shell scripting YouTube series. We will cover Linux basic overview today. So these are the topics in front of you, as you can see. So I'll take you to my Linux machine so we can start. So here's the topic, same as we saw earlier, but here we can see in detail. So first we'll start with terminal, then shell, and then kernel. Okay. So this is the notepad which I will be use. Okay. So you know how to open a terminal, right? You can see here. I have told you in my previous lecture how to open it. You can click this icon or do a right click, and in the fourth option you can see open in terminal. I'll do from here. It's easy. Okay. So when you open a terminal in my machine or in any Linux machine, you will see a white screen. Okay. So that's this shell and the whole box, as you can see, the minimize, maximize, and the cross button. This is the terminal. So a shell is inside a terminal, and the terminal is like a container. Okay, so see this statement: shell is inside of every terminal white screen where user types the command. So where we are about to type the command echo hello. So I executed a basic command to display the message hello, and it ran successfully. I have given the command to the shell. Shell has taken it as input and given me the output as well. So this is how it works. Terminal contains the shell. User types the shell. User type the commands inside the shell. Then output is seen in shell as well. So you're clear with the first step. Shell is inside a terminal, and so the terminal part is clear. Now coming back to shell. Shell is actually an intermediate between user and kernel. See, so every shell has a name. So if you want to check the name of this shell, you will do echo dollar shell. See, my shell's name is bin bash. Bin is an executable folder where all the commands are. So its name is basically bash. In Linux, basically by default there is a bash shell. You can change it if you want, but we'll not cover that in this lecture. So currently we have a bash shell. Okay, and so if you open any shell, by default it will be having an bash shell in this machine, at least in this machine. And if you want to check the shell id, you can do echo double dollar. So my shell process id or shell id, it's better to use the term process, because in Linux everything is a process. So this console, this machine, this GUI, everything is a process. I'll give you a quick demo. So this is the shell whose id is 5619. So let's try killing it. Kill hyphen 95619. See, it's closed. If you want, I'll try killing it here as well. This is the different shell. Its shell ID is 5518. Kill 95518. Once I execute this command, it will go to kernel, and kernel will kill this process, and this shell, this terminal will be gone. See, it's gone. So this is how it works. So shell has a name, unique ID, which is also known as process ID. So clear with this line. These two commands to check the name and the process ID of a particular shell. You can save this as well. User talks to shell. As I told you, shell talks to kernel. There is no direct communication between user and shell. Okay, kernel is also known as a heart of OS. Basically Linux, everything is managed by kernel. The process, the users, even the commands which user types in shell is taken back to kernel, and then kernel handles them and manage them and utilize and allocates the resource as per convenience of kernel. So kernel is everything in Linux. Okay, and so that's all about terminal, shell, and kernel. So we'll start with basic commands. I've written some. I'll remove this because I don't think these are the basics. Okay, so these are the commands which we will discussing. id, who am I, pwd, cd, mkdir, and ls. Okay, let me open a new terminal. So this is a terminal. So first of all, the basic thing which you need to know is the username from which you are logged in to a particular machine. So currently I am having a shell in front of me. So if I want to check the username through which I logged in, so you can do who am I. So see, username is binbash. I am logged in as binbash. There's also a different command for the same thing, id. It gives you the same info but in a detailed manner. Like, it gives me my user id. My user id is 503. Every user will be having a different user id and group id as well. So my group id is 503, user id is 503, and my username is binbash. I have one group whose name is also binbash. See there, you can see groups. I belongs to only one group, which is binbash. Users and groups are different, so that's pretty detailed information. So, and it's quite handy to type id, so I prefer using this command id. You can use who am I as well. So that's about these two commands. This both gives you the information about the currently logged in user from which you are executing the command. Okay. Okay. I've missed one. pwd. Present working directory. See, and also one more. So third command is clear. You can see there are commands and contents in my screen. So if I want to clear the current screen contents, type clear. Okay, so see, it's clear. And so we'll move towards the next command. See, this is the third command. Fourth is pwd. Pwd, it stands for present working directory. I'll execute this. Currently I'm standing in a slash home slash binbash. It's actually my home folder, which can be recognized by this symbol tilt. Okay, this symbol is known as tilt. So it stands for my home directory. Tilt means I am in my home directory. My home directory is bin slash home slash binbash. Home directory is a folder, same as the name of the user, inside home. So inside home folder I am having my name folder binbash. So that's it, that's my home directory. So that's for present working directory. And the next one is cd. Changing directory. If I do cd slash, see, I have changed my current directory to slash. Previously I was in slash home slash binbash. And if I give slash tmp, then I am in slash tmp. And if you do not provide any argument, then you will by defaultly landed to your home directory, which is slash home slash binbash. Let's check it out. See, I'm back there. And if you want to go to the previous directory which you were, then use cd hyphen. I was previously in slash temp. And then again, if I use the same command, then I will back in binbash temp binbash. Okay, I'll clear the screen as of now. You can see much more content. And also you can use double dot. Double dot stands for going one directory back. uh, First you need to know where we are standing right now. We are standing at slash home slash binbash, means we are in binbash folder. And if you go one step back, means one folder back, you will be land up in slash home. Let's check how it works. Cd double dot. See, you are in slash home right now. So this is how it works. Cd, it's quite handy command, and everyone who's into linux thing and working in linux must be using these commands like 50 or 60 times a day. So that's quite important, so you must be knowing about it. The next second last command of our topics is ls. Okay, ls, it is also an important command. You can see its description. It is stands for listing files and folders. So we'll jump back to our home directory. We'll clear the screen and then we'll fire that command ls. So you can see it listed out the folders. I can say they are folder because they are blue in color. In Linux, folders are displayed blue in color, files are displayed black. So in currently I'm in my home directory, and in my home directory these are the folders, and you can do ls-l as well. So you can see these are the folders, timestamp, and these are much more detailed information. Will the first column stands for permission. This one, these are the permissions. This d stands for directory. I'll create one file so it will be easy for you. See, there is one file as well. It's black in color and is 0 byte because I have created it empty. And you can see this first character is hyphen. Hyphen stands for file. D stands for, if the first character of this output is D, it means it's a directory. Hyphen means it's a file. Is the first column is for permission. I'll write down here ls. Okay, first column for permission, and for in that column first character. If it's D, then that is a directory, and if it's hyphen, then it's an it's in file. Okay, second column, I'll not write column because it's too lengthy. Second column is link number, which we'll get to know in our coming lectures. Third and fourth column, third is owner, or you can say owner, 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 or you can say user. Fourth is for group. Fifth is for size. Fifth is for, what was I? Fifth is for size. Sixth, seventh and seventh column stands for month and day when that file or folder was created. Eighth, timestamp, when that file or folder was created, timestamp. The last column, ninth one, name of the file or folder. Okay, so that's it for the ls command. Too much about this. So that's it. We are done with the basic commands and the Linux overview. So you can do ls-lrt as well. Every command has some arguments. I'll clear the screen for now. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.